By the way, that body camera video that you just showed, having been here, I mean, that is so eerie to see. I mean, I get that that incident police say has nothing to do with the murders, but standing where I'm standing, like I'm just looking a half a block from where I am, exactly where this video is. I know exactly what those buildings are. They're right here. And to think that the police were so close to this house, and I know it's really likely just coincidence, and they were far enough away that maybe they couldn't hear anything, but I mean, they were so close around the time that these murders were happening. The fact that that is on video, I mean, I just can't believe it. But back to the fraternity house, Sigma Chi, it is today, for the first time, the president spoke with us. We'd been to the house before. And you know, either people weren't opening the door or there was no one outside. Today we managed to catch the president outside. Listen to what he told us.
I knew them. Ethan was always in our house. Dana was a good friend before, you know, Ethan even came up. But that's all I really want to talk about right now because I actually have class here in like 15 minutes.
Does anyone know where they were during that timeline? Like there's still this big chunk where...
As of right now, we've told Moscow PD, Idaho State Police, and the FBI all we know. We're kind of leaving it up to them to piece it together. Obviously, we don't have the utilities or resources to do it on our own, so we're just putting full faith in the officers and in the detectives doing it. But that's all I really know right now.
Are there any cameras around?
Not on the property.
I think that was probably the most interesting thing that he said, Ashleigh, was that there are no cameras, because we still got all these questions about the timeline, especially when it comes to Xana and Ethan being at the party at the house, but apparently no cameras there.
Were there a lot of Sigma Chi members there? I just could only imagine that it being one of the last, you know, places where Ethan and Xana were seen before they were killed, and so many kids not returning to school. What's the status there? And is there any evidence of sort of national chapter or adults who have come in to say we need to start managing the situation here? It seemed interesting that you were able to just get that interview with that president right outside the front doors.
Yeah, I was surprised too, because there has sort of been this feeling here that the national chapter or whoever is sort of controlling things with these college students, because for a long time they weren't really talking to us at some of these fraternities and sororities. We just happened to be outside kind of, you know, milling around as we do, trying to find new information when he came out. And he was very open to talking to us, which was nice to have happen today. It does seem like there's a lot of fraternity members in the house. I mean, it's been busy. People come and go every day. We hear them outside at night. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like, you know, it's quiet over there at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure it isn't business as usual. I'm sure things are definitely different, and there's a pall that's been cast over everything that they're doing. The other big news today is that the police say that the families will finally get some of the kids' belongings back. So tell me what's going to happen. There's still crime tape up behind you in that home. How, by a matter of just function, are they going to collect these kids' belongings and return them to the families?
Yeah, they are still treating this as a crime scene. So they've got the crime scene tape, as you mentioned. The police chief today announced that they are going to come at some point tomorrow and the next day to remove some personal belongings that belong to the victims that they feel the families should have, that would hopefully bring them some comfort at this point. How they're going to go about doing that, how they're going to choose which items to remove from the crime scene and which items to leave, we don't know. They've asked for some privacy in doing that. We don't know if they're gonna, you know, in some situations like this, they might put tarps up or move cars around or vans to sort of protect the privacy of what's going on. But we know that process is going to start tomorrow.
One other thing that was curious, the police said tonight, and maybe you can shed some light on what this meant, but they asked that the roads be kept clear in Moscow, Idaho tomorrow. Were they specifying which roads? Were they asking about the road you're standing on now? Is this the privacy issue? It just seems as though if they're loading these personal belongings into a truck to take them to a secure location, why do the roads need to be cleared?
Yeah, so when you're here and standing here, you totally get it. This is like a really small little road that winds up in front of this house. It's really steep, it's really icy, it's really snowy. The garbage trucks haven't even been able to get up. We've got stuck on it a couple of times. So I think what they're saying there is like there's a lot of people that park on the street. They're just asking for this area to be clear, which makes perfect sense because right now it's very difficult to maneuver outside the house.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.